Hello everyone, how are you today? It is Sharon here from the blog I Restore Stuff, ready to show you some DIY projects. So let me just start up my laptop here, see if I can see as you're joining me. If you're watching the replay, comment the word replay for a chance to win prizes. If you're here joining me live, we are going to be giving away prizes at the end of our live today. So let me know where you're watching from. Just going to pop on here to see if I can find my live. It always disappears on me, so I can see the comments properly. Hi Kimberly, how are you today? Diane's here from Georgia. Casey, hello, how are you? Is everyone having a great week? Guess what week it is? Yes, you remember that shirt, Elisa. So you've been watching me at least that long, probably for years. I'm an ambassador here with Essential Stencil, and so I've done a lot of projects. This one looks a little lopsided, only because the wording's probably a little bit to the left. But yes, this is an Essential Stencil t-shirt. So I usually wear the apron, and I thought, you know what? I need to show off some stencils today. So yes, you can go back and find my lives from way back. Diana's here. Okay, I can see your comments now on both places. But it makes it a bit easier to watch it on my laptop when I can't see the phone really close. Hi, Mary's here. So let me know how you're enjoying your week. Guess what week it is? It is Stencil of the Month Club joining week. So I love this time of the month because we go through our Stencil of the Month Club, give you the opportunity to let your friends know that they can join this week. And I'm almost the second last day, I think, to share this live. Someone else will share, one of the other ambassadors will be sharing it tomorrow. But there's one day left, so if you're still not a member of the Stencil of the Month Club, I'm going to share that with you today. These beautiful designs, which was a collaboration with Melissa from Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and you may have seen Melissa yesterday showcase these beautiful designs, very patriotic. So I'm excited for these, and you know that you can tell by my accent that I'm from Australia. I'm nowhere near the USA, but my husband is from the USA, so we do love the USA, and so I'm excited to do some of these stencils today. So let's have a look at what we've got in the designs. If you've seen them already, if you're in the club, let us know. If you haven't joined the club yet, let us know. And if you're brand new to stenciling, just type in the word new. If you are an oldie, if you've been hanging around here for a long time, you know that we love to share our lives. So sprinkle this video in Facebook land so that others can see that we're live right now. Hi, Deb. Stormy Western Iowa. Wow. Good evening. Paula says, love your shirt. Yes, this is an Essential stencil that I did on one of my lives back a while back now. Excuse me. This is my code. I restore stuff. So if you want to save 10%, you can do that anytime, not just today during the live. Anytime you can use my code. I restore stuff. And I believe that we still have our Is our April bundle still live as well on the Essential Stencil main site? So there's that you can take advantage of and use my code on for an extra 10%. There's some beautiful new stencils, and I'm excited to show you those next week. But right now, this week, we are concentrating on our Stencil of the Month Club. If you haven't yet joined, now is a great chance. And I'm going to go through, there's two different packs or bundles that you can order. Diane's been a member since it was first opened. That's amazing. So I'm going to go through both sets today, and I'm actually going to use the basic set and a little bit from the premium set. So there's two different sets, the basic set and the premium set. The premium set includes everything. Okay, so that's our main bundle, and if you've been a member here for years, this is the same thing that you've been getting all along. And this month, it includes, let me show you some of these stencils. So you may have seen them this week with other ambassadors showing them. So beautiful America, Old Glory here, Land That I Love. And then we've got some military signage, proud military family, proud Air Force family. So we've got all the signage for that, home of a hero, and the different groups there. So that is the 3 main stencil sets that are 12 by 16 that you will get this month in the Stencil of the Month Club Premium Set. There is also the optional add-on. Now the add-on, it has this little flag here that says add-on item. That's just a little extra, and you can get this bonus sheet right here. And that has some great sayings on it. I love this. Respect, gratitude, honour, thank you veterans. Always remember our heroes. I love these boots. And then there's every day is Veterans Appreciation Day. Beautiful star. So that is the add-on, okay? Patty's been a member since it started too. That's awesome. And Sandy. So there's a lot of you who can't wait to get this stencil. I know. I often see some comments, you know, on mine and others' lives that they would love to see some more of the military type things. And I was thinking, oh, wow, you know, it probably doesn't, because it's so USA oriented and I'm in Australia, I'm thinking, how can I use these for... And you know what, guys? Next week, next Tuesday, in fact, my husband is preparing for a big event here in Australia, which is Anzac Day. So that's one of our main celebration of war veterans days here in Australia. It's called Anzac Day. And so next Tuesday, the 25th of April, is Anzac Day for us here in Australia. And so I thought, wow, I could do some Home of a Hero kind of stencils for Anzac Day. But let's show you the basic plan. So if you opt for the basic plan, so that's one or the other. I think some people have asked if they can get both, and I think you can, but you have to sign up for one and then sign up separately for this basic plan. Only because everything's the same but different. Okay, so I'm going to go through with you what's different about the basic plan. The basic plan of Stencil of the Month Club has selected designs, not everything, but selected designs from the main set in a shrunk down version of 6 by 8 inches. Okay, so you'll see the basic plan there, and the link is right there in the description of the live, stencilofthemonthclub.com, where you can find all these. Now, this one contains Home of a Hero, so you'll see that that element comes from this design in the main set, but it's a little smaller. So see the size difference there? So there's Home of a Hero, and then we also have, pop that down, we have the little boots. So that's in the basic plan. And you'll see the boots are in the add-on. So they are in the add-on, and they are exactly the same size, these boots. And the star are the same size. This is the basic plan I'm going through right now. But it's all right there on the website, stencilofthemonthclub.com. And the last one, so it's 3 smaller size stencils, Land That I Love and America the Beautiful. So you will see that that is right here on the main set, but it is in fact a smaller America. Oh, hang on, maybe it's not. Let me just lay that right over it. Yes, it is. Hey, let's see. Yes, it's a smaller America. It's a smaller United States, and it doesn't have the flag here. Now, there's the flag on this main set. You can also put the flag underneath the USA map and create that layered look. But to do that, you probably will have to cut your stencil. I never cut my stencils, but this one, it seems to me that you could just cut straight down there and sort of lay one across the other if you wanted to do that kind of look. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, Sandy saying thank you for sharing the differences in the 2 plans. So yeah, I'm glad we got this one this month so that we could show you that. So some of the elements are a little smaller. These boots are the same size, but you know, you see how they just grab elements from the other set. So I want to use this one, the basic plan, today on one of my signs, and then the other for another. So let's get started. Hi Joyce Ann, you're late, that's okay. Yard work? Good on you, girl. What is it, spring? It's getting spring over there now, right? Because we're heading into fall, we're into fall now, and here in Australia, autumn we call it. And it's getting cooler. It's getting cooler at night, cooler in the mornings. And so we're excited. I love this in-between weather. I'm not a winter person. I'm not a summer person. Give me spring and autumn any day. All right, I've got a couple of boards here today to use. I've got this longer one, and I do have smaller boards, and these are just plywood boards that I've painted white so that I could do some red, white, and blue. I forgot to tell you too, if you do use my code for the Stencil of the Month Club.com, you will save not the 10%, that's for the regular site, but if you use my code, I restore stuff for Stencil of the Month. You get, if you join the basic plan, you get your first month free. If you join the premium plan, you get 50% off your first month. So just type a code in there at the checkout. Just remember, it's always this code. Whoop, I restore stuff. If you type that in at the checkout, you'll see exactly what you'll get right there and how much you'll save. Okay, guys. Let's get started on my larger sign first because there's something I need to do to make it dry, and then we'll kind of switch and chop and change between the two. Yes, Kimberly says, I'm like you, spring and autumn anytime. If I had to choose between summer and winter, if you had to choose, what would you choose? I know what I would choose. I would choose winter anytime because I feel like I can always rug up and get warmer, but you can never kind of get cooler in the summer if it's hot, 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 unless you're in air conditioning or something. I guess there's, you know, the modern conveniences of air conditioning now that makes it a lot easier. But what would you choose? Summer, winter, summer, winter. I think we're a bit divided. Okay, what I would like to do is create sort of a subtle flag in the background on this. So I'm going to use this Old Glory flag down here. Some of the colours I'm going to use today are Fusion Mineral Paint, and for my red and blue I'm going to be using these. It's a midnight blue, so it almost looks black, but it's not. It's a really dark, dark blue. And I know that it's not traditional royal or flag blue. Liberty blue is what we have also in the Fusion range, so if you did want a more true to blue flag colour, I would choose Liberty blue. But I'm using midnight blue to give it a bit more of an antique-y look. Highlander is the red that I'll be using today. And I do have an affiliate link for Fusion Mineral Paint. I do sell it over here in Australia, but I do have an affiliate link where it can be sent directly to you from Canada, anywhere in the US. So what I'm going to do with this is create a subtle flag in the background. But I do want to put some blue behind because I noticed the stars, I want them white. So I want to have a little bit of blue in the background here. Where I'm going to put this is kind of across the top, just kind of hanging out at the very edge of my stencil. So let me just prop this down a little bit. Rhonda says fall is her favourite time of the year. Yes, these in-between seasons are just, I love them. Love them. Hey Kim, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I'm using our Stencil of the Month Club set today. Now what I've done is I just got a pencil and I marked where my stars will finish right here. I just did a little dot and down around here. So what I would like to do is just underneath where those stars are is add a bit of a faded blue look. Look, I haven't even practiced this. You guys know me by now. I just kind of am I'm practicing with you. I like to wing it a little bit. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit of sandpaper. I feel like when I did the painting of this, it sort of raises the grain of the wood. I'm hoping not to rub out I don't want to erase my pencil marks that I've done there. Okay, so I've just got my little pencil lines to where the stars will be on my flag. And I'm going to get my off-cut piece of cardboard, look, from a stencil, from a stencil pack that I received. And we're using midnight blue as just a bit of a faded blue in the background. I'll probably be using this to do my my words so that they stand out against the white. Okay, Essential Stencils popped up there. The website, stencilofthemonthclub.com. So get your first month free with code iRestoreStuff for the basic plan and 50% off for the premium plan. So this flag is with the premium plan. You don't get the flag with the basic plan. So if you missed the beginning, you can catch the replay where I did share with you. So that's where my stars are going to be. I don't want to stencil the stars. I'm going to create a bit of a background of blue. And I'm just going really subtly to see if I can, might need a little more. See how it's easier to sort of add more on than to take it off. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more blue. Why don't I do a bit of a dragging brush method. I might go a little bit over, but that's okay. This is just a bit of a subtle background for our stars area where the flag's going to be. It does look like a starry night kind of a blue. It's called midnight blue. No idea how this is going to turn out, everyone, but we're here for the fun and for you can just learn from my mistakes if I make some, so that's the fun. Okay, just going to pop that into a wet cloth for now so that it doesn't dry out, because I do want to use that colour in a minute. And that's going to dry almost straight away. So I am going to use the basic set in a minute on a smaller sign, but this right now we're using the premium set. And I'm going to try and drape this little flag over, oh, I do need that, over here. So see how I've created that bit of a blue background now that I can do my stars with. There we go. And we want some red for the stripes. I'll put a little bit of painter's tape so that that doesn't move. And it's going to just be a subtle background for, we want some wording along here. I don't know if I decided on the wording yet. So let's do some stripes, and I'm using the colour Highlander, and this is Fusion Mineral Paint. It does come in these smaller tester size pots, which are really nice for your stencil brushes to fit in, because they fit perfectly, although I'm just going to use a tad from the lid right now because I shook the pot and there's a lot in the lid. So working that again into the bristles, as well as offloading a bit of that as we go, because I'm just going to trying to create subtlety. You could have any kind of background on here. I just chose white, but we could even do like a white wash or something like that. Okay. Just dragging that brush along here, and I'm just doing it a really subtle. And when you've finished, if it's too, you can add a bit of antiquing wax or an antiquing glaze to kind of make it look even more old, the sign, once you've finished. Hello everyone, thank you so much for sprinkling. That's wonderful. It helps people see that we are live, and we are working on some patriotic designs this month in the Stencil of the Month Club, and we've got 1 day left for you to join, or tell your friends that they can join. If you're brand new to the Stencil of the Month Club, let us know. Michelle says, joining the Stencil of the Month Club is one of the best things I've done. I know, right? Because even one of the best things that I love about the club is that we've got a private Facebook group for those who are club members, where there is so much inspiration being shared on there on the daily from everyone, from all of you guys who are members. I love it. I see your ideas, and it spurs everyone else onto creativity, and yeah, it's really great. Okay, so that's just a subtle flag background. While we've got that there, let's go with those white stars. So again, popping that into a wet cloth. I'm using just a bright white casement here. And I actually want to use a small, the brushes come in 4 different sizes. So I've used 2 of the different sizes. These ones are a bit larger. So I want to grab another smaller brush. I actually have 2 sets on hand at any given time. I think I have 3 somewhere else. I've got some more. It is handy to have extra brushes. So these brushes are available on the regular site, essentialstencil.com. And you can use my code, I restore stuff, and get 10% off anything on the regular site. While you're there, check out the brand new April designs. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more solid white color on this because that blue background was quite soft, you know. Might have to have a little peek and see if I can see, because we do want the white to stand out a little bit more on the blue. Oh yeah, that's great. I like that. Okay, so it's just a subtle flag background right there, hanging off the edge. Oh, there we go. Yeah, almost looks watercolors, doesn't it? So you can see that what I did, you can go back and watch the replay. I just kind of penciled in some little dots, stenciling on the stencil where the stars were going to be. Then I sort of added a blue background there so that we can get the red and the blue there. Or you could just do your flag all one colour. I think I've seen that before and it looks quite effective. You can also use a little bit of plastic to wrap your stencil brush in, so we'll do that. And then we've got a bit of a background to do. I'm not sure what else I'll add. Got a bit of a background to do our wording. Now this was from the main premium plan. I think we'll do one of these. Proud military family, proud Air Force family. Actually, my niece is in the Air Force here in Australia, so let's do one of them. But she's, you know, not US, but, you know, just because I'm sure we've got, we probably have expats over here living in Australia. Who knows? All right, so I think I might start with Air Force. I feel like I want to do something over here. I could put, you know, the star. Where did the star go? Oh, the star was from the add-on. So I may just add those stars up here in a subtle way after I've got the words on. So I'm going to grab that brush where I had the midnight blue on that and use that for the words. Okay, so Essential Stencil has let you know there, if you're already a member and you've got the premium plan coming to you, and you do want to add the basic plan, the mini set, which still has all the same elements, but some of them might be smaller than the others. If you did want that basic set, email them at subscription@essentialstencil.com. It's probably the same email address where they send you emails from. Subscription@essentialstencil.com. That's if you already are on the premium plan. And if you would like to take advantage of the extra basic plan, and then they will help you out with how to do that. Okay, I'm going to add the word Air Force, and then we'll add the proud family bit down here. Okay, going into this midnight blue again, we've got our offloading card. So remember, if you're brand new to stenciling, offloading is one of the most important parts of stenciling, to offload as much as you can from your brush so that you don't get a whole lot of bleeding underneath the stencil. I think that's centered correctly. We should get a ruler out, but you know. Hi Elizabeth. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, so this one I'm going to do not so subtle. I want a nice solid coverage. But because I'm painting a dark colour over white, it may need a couple of coats, or we might be happy with just the way that it's showing there, nice and subtly. So see, I did 3 whole letters. before it's sort of starting to run out here. So we see that it's starting to run out now. And so I just need to dip my brush in again and offload again, because if we put those big glob of paint right down here, it's going to bleed underneath the stencil and you'll get fuzzy edges. We don't want that. So I'm doing a swirling method. You might like to tap yours like this, but when the brush is offloaded plenty, then it's easy to get a nice overall coverage with this swirling motion. So I always recommend practicing on a piece of cardboard first if you've never stenciled before. And if you've never stenciled before, if you're brand new to stenciling, maybe you've ordered your first Essential Stencil stencils and you're like, I don't know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Just type the word new, and if you're new to our videos live here, let us know. And join in the conversation, guys, because that's where we're going to pick our prize winners from at the end of our live. So stay tuned, because you too could get some stencils delivered to your door for our giveaway, from our giveaway at the end of our live. Okay, it's getting a little lighter here at the end, but I think we've got enough coverage there. The R looks like it's a little bit more solid than the rest. I could go over it with a second coat, but I'm going to leave it like that for now because I think it'll suit the look of that. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could also use your detail brushes. So this Essential Stencil has these gorgeous detail brushes. You can use those to fill in the little bridges. I kind of like the way it almost looks very military, the way that stencil is stenciled on there. These detail brushes come in a set of 6, and they are also available on the main essentialstencil.com site, where you can use my code and save 10%. But this set is from the Stencil of the Month Club, where you can join and get your first month free on the basic plan, or your first month 50% off on the other plan. Okay, instead of putting this out here, so see how the military, we've got the proud out here and the family down here. I'm going to put that straight above and then a little bit closer than what it was on the other, because I kind of want it to sit in a bit more. So you can put it wherever you like, and then I'm going to bring the family in to here. Okay, so again, grabbing that blue, offloading it onto my cardstock. Cassie, sounds like you've been busy. You delivered a porcelain into an army there tonight. American flag and some other stuff. Oh, that's amazing. That sounds awesome. If you're in the Stencil of the Month Club, I want to see it in there. If you have pieces that you have done with Essential Stencils, please post them in our Stencil of the Month Club group if you're a member, because we love to see what you're posting. We love to see your inspirational ideas. They don't have to be Stencil of the Month Club stencils. They could be any Essential Stencils in there. Or if you are posting on your page, if you've done a public post, we'd love you to tag Essential Stencil, tag @Essential Stencil, and they'll be able to see it. If you're on Instagram, tag Essential Stencil there too, and they can see, and sometimes they might share your posts. So we'd love to see what you're working on. Okay, so that I could slightly see the flag underneath that, but I think it's worked out great. Yes, it stands out perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to lift that up here and then shift the family just under here. Oh, it's a little close. I could have probably afforded to put I could have afforded a little bit more extra, a little bit extra space down the bottom. But anyway, it is what it is. I feel like I want to tuck it in under there a little. I just won't show my graphic design daughter because the spacing's a little bit not great on my part. I'm putting my letters too close, my words too close to the edge. Okay, so just going over this one again. Denise says, I can't wait for those. Your son was in the Air Force. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, great gift idea for your families as well, especially during these next couple of months of remembrance and celebration and patriotism. Is that how you say it? Patrioticness. No, patriotism, I think, is the right word. Yeah, great gift ideas, great for your front porch leaner ideas. So for those of you who do front porch leaners, great idea for that. Have them on display out the front. Okay, that's looking great. Now I think I want to add a star. The stars on the end. See how we've got this here? I think some red stars might look great over this side. Could do like a red and blue. So the set, if you missed that, comes with quite a few signs here. Look, we've got Space Force, Coast Guard, Marine Corps, military, Army, Navy. So all there, all the different branches. I think that's the word I was looking for, of the military. Okay, red. Going back with my red brush, and I'm going to find those stars that were on the. They're on the add-on. They're also on the basic plan set. So the basic plan has 3 drawn from elements from the premium plan. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one because I am going to use it in a little bit also. So I will just do this really subtly again, like I've done the flag, subtly in the background over here. Add that red star. So I want to rub most of this off onto the cardstock. Mostly getting around those edges. I think that's enough. You could add some more down here, I guess. I don't know. I like simple. I don't like to go over the top all the time. So, all right. So let's have a look at what else we can do. I'll look back. I'll step back and look at it later on. But what do you think? Does it need more or? Oh, people are talking about Wear Red Friday. I didn't know there was a thing. Oh, thank you guys. All right, so I've got this smaller set here with the basic plan that I'm going to show you as well. So let's just pop that one down, move that down a little bit. Now, if you've just joined us, we're working on the Stencil of the Month Club set, where you can get basic plan or premium plan. The 2 options are right there on the description of the live at the website, which is stencilofthemonthclub.com. And so there's the premium plan, there's the add-on that you can get for that. There's all the frequently asked questions are right there on the website. So if you've got a question, you feel free to ask it in the comments. That's by all means, do that. But if I don't get to you, or if we don't get to you, just click on that link and your question is probably highly likely answered in that there. So here's another small board. Now it's almost, what is this, 6 inches? 6 by 8. So that's 8 inches that way. So my board is probably about 8 by 8. So we want to let's do a Home of the Hero little set here. Now remember, if you go back to the beginning of our live, watch the replay again in a minute. And if you do watch the replay while you're there, you might as well type in the word replay when you're watching, because in the 24 hours after we're live, Essential Stencil gives away another prize to a lucky winner. Okay, so we've got Home of a Hero down here, and here I want to put, so you've got Land That I Love. This is the basic plan. Okay, so you've got some little boots, America the Beautiful. You don't have the flag with the basic set, so if you want the flag, that is in the premium set. So these are the elements drawn from the premium set that are in the basic plan. All makes sense? It's all listed right there on the site though, so It's fairly easy to follow. And I wanted to put these boots somewhere and the stars somewhere. So let's have a look at that. If I put Home of a Hero down the bottom, I should be able to, you know what, you can do this. You can flip it so that my boot sits in between. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's just do this part first. Again, let's do some red, white and blue. We'll do some blue for the hero. And we might do red for the words at the top. We could do that. Oh, that's a good idea, Sonia. She said the boot print you could also use for Santa. Oh, there's so many different options, ideas that you could use for the boot prints, isn't there? Yeah. You could use it for a Santa footprint for their Christmas designs, and even the stars, you know, they could be a Christmassy thing also. Okay, so I'm going to put hero down the bottom here. Now my letters are going really close there, so if I wanted to separate them completely, or if I didn't mind the blending, I could just leave it, but I might add a bit of tape here and here, and that will just help my... Let's just do a great big long piece. That'll just help my words not stick to, not bleed into or jump over across to the other words. Okay. Getting on there. Yes, the colour is midnight blue, so it's a really dark navy, as you would imagine midnight would be. We've just done this one here. We used midnight blue for the background of the stars. So you can go back and look how I did that background, because it is a little bit tricky. You don't put the stencil down first. You kind of got to mark where that background, that blue would be in the background. Because I wanted white stars on a blue background. I didn't want blue stars on a white background. But you could do that if you like. Okay. Yes, great tip. That's the one I use. Always practice on a piece of cardboard or cardstock first, and you will be a pro stenciler before you know it. You can always look back on any of our videos here at the at Essential Stencil. On our lives, we do live, ambassadors do lives every weekday. So there's lots of past videos that you can go and check on. Yeah, they are quite heavy, Kathy. They are, and they don't really need to be stuck down. In fact, I don't stick them down very much at all. Usually just use my hand, place it down. Okay, so we've got that there. We do want to sort of make sure that that's pretty dry, which, because I've offloaded a lot and it's quite a light pressure. There's not thick paint on there, so I'm just going to pop this on. I won't tape it down exactly on the paint. Just putting it on the pencil, stencil edge. Okay, I was going to use red for this next colour. So the red that I'm using again is Fusion Mineral Paint in the colour Highlander, which is kind of a darker red. Got some little sprinkles of flakes of paint in there. They might add to the look. The videos are great to review, Paula. Yes, exactly. Kimberly, if you purchase 1 month of the set, you'll only get 1 month. So you've got to, there are different options, I believe, there, like 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. I believe, have a check in the pricing system, but I believe the longer, like a 12-month plan works out slightly cheaper, I think. But yeah, it's all there on the prices if you want to figure that out. But yeah, if you only order the 1 month. Oh, sorry, no, you're right. If you do order the 1 month plan, your card will be deducted each month. Whereas if you order for 6 months or 12 months, then you know, you're paying for 6 months, and so then it will automatically, yes, roll over at that 6 month mark, unless you cancel. So yes, I misunderstood. Yep, so you can go month by month. And so the idea is, I think that the longer you subscribe for, the better the deal is, the cheaper it gets in the long run. Okay, so there we've done the blue and the red, and then I want to do, so we've got Home of a Hero down the bottom. See how we've got those nice crisp edges, no fuzzy edges, because we have offloaded the brush as much as we can there. And so now you can do the boots this way, but see what I mean? I'll grab my blue brush in a second. So if I've got the boots this way and I want to add them here, it will work. In fact, but it will come off the edge here. And I want to see if I can, just try it out different ways. I want to see if I can do the boots this way, although that will come off the edge there too. Ah, look. I can do one boot at a time and shift this one closer so that it stays on the board. The only thing is I wanted to add some stars over here. So this is why I thought I'd do this boot here, and maybe I can shift this one forward a little bit. Let's just play with that. Hey, it's a stencil. We can shift it around. We can change things up a bit. So what I'm going to do is pop that in place right there. So it doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to use the blue, navy blue. It's called Midnight Blue. I will give you if you need my affiliate link for the Fusion Mineral Paint, let me know, and Essential Stencil can pop that in the comments, or if they miss it, I'll go through and read your comments later and do that then. So I'm offloading my brush, and I'm going to do the first boot here, and I've just placed it perfectly in between these two tall letters right here. And so there's our first boot going on. And this is in the basic plan as well as on the add-on of the premium plan. So if you are already subscribed to the premium plan to get the boots, just click or let them know you would like the add-on this time. However that works. I don't know if you click something or if there's an email, or you just opt in this month for the add-on to get the boot, and you get all those beautiful sayings. I'll just lay that down here so that you can see. This is the add-on for this month. So if you are in the premium plan and you regularly get that plan, just opt in for the add-on to get all of these extras. Okay, so you do get the flag and the map, but you don't get the boots and the stars and these sayings. So opt in for the add-on. It's a good one this month. It's always a good one. They always make it coordinate with the rest of the set, so it's awesome. So there you go. See how I've sort of fit that right in there? Now I'm going to put this boot on, but if I'd put it exactly here, it would run off the edge on both ends. So I'm just hoping it's not going to be too much to just bring it in slightly from the edge, and it still will, enough so that it still makes sense that it's footprints, you know. We don't want them, well, they could stand together if you wanted to. Your boots could literally stand together, couldn't they? But I'm just going to do it slightly apart, and then I want to add some stars over here. Thank you. Essential Stencil has just popped in my affiliate link. If you are interested in the Midnight Blue, you just go to that Fusion link that's been popped in there. Or if you were looking for this red Highlander, it does come in the larger 500ml pots or the small 37ml tester size, and they're a great tester for, I paint furniture with this paint. That's what it was specifically designed for. But if you do want these colours, that's where I got these from, and you just have to type in the search bar when you get to that link. Just type in the search bar, Midnight Blue. It'll bring it up for you. Or Highlander is the red. Okay, we've got our boots on. Isn't that cute? That is sweet. And then I'll do some red stars up the top. Oh, you could do these, you know, you could do gold stars. You could do some bling stars. Now, it's up to you which way you want to put them. I feel like they would work better. Larger star at the top. can put it on an angle. Change my brush again. And where's my red paint? Here we go. And don't forget, you can use my code IRESTORESTUFF, and that will get you off first month free in the basic plan, or first month 50% off in the premium plan. So it does save you using a coupon code. Excuse me. Okay. Got our red. It's a lovely dark red. But yes, you can use any acrylic paint. You don't need to use the fusion paint. Just want to add that there. Any paints that suit you. Okay, someone asked something and I missed it. Sorry. I do love to go back and have a look at the comments afterwards because I do know we have questions. But also, I've got some great helpful people in the comments, always. There's those of you who are regular here. Oh yeah, that's what it was. How do you clean your stencils? I get asked that question a lot, and with the fusion paint, because it's like its name says, it fuses to almost anything. It is quite difficult to get off with just soap and water. So I have been using that awesome spray, which has been really good. And then I also, and for my brushes, so sometimes I'll do this for the stencils as well. On the brushes, I will use Fusion's brush cleaner. So if you look up on that Fusion mineral paint link, they have a number of different other sealers and different products, but they have a great brush cleaner, which if you just, excuse me, add a little bit, only need a little pea size to the end of your brush. Mostly I only do that every few times because as the paint starts to dry and build up and dry and build up. Like this one here, this black one, as it starts to build up there, I usually will go with a bit of that Fusion brush cleaner, and it conditions the brush, especially these, which I think are natural bristle brushes. It gives a beautiful, beautiful conditioned, and it just gets the paint off. I've had furniture paint brushes that have been dried until they're rock hard, and I've gotten the paint off by just wrapping it in plastic with that soap stuff on it. Leave it overnight. I've got tips and blog posts on that on my website, irestorestuff.com. If you go there, you'll find all my tips on painting furniture and all of that kind of thing. So there it is up there, irestorestuff.com. And you'll find all sorts of tips on painting furniture, home decor, all of that kind of thing. So let's have a look at what we've done today. If you missed any of the beginning of our live, we have gone through both plans. Okay, so I've got for you here the basic plan, and then we've got the premium plan with the add-on there, and I went through what's the difference. Some of these are different sizes than the premium plan, and some are the same. And you won't get all of the elements, just the mini version of just certain elements. So if that's still a little confusing and you'd prefer to look it up on the website's right there. And we've got our winners. So the website is stencilofthemonthclub.com. I will love to see you in the Stencil of the Month Club. So don't forget to use my code, iRestoreStuff, and save at stencilofthemonthclub.com or at essentialstencil.com. And I'm going to read out our winners. So congratulations. Lorio, did I say that correctly? Lorio, Sandy, and Gianna, or Gina. Gianna or Gina? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but congratulations on those winners. Oh, you are so welcome, Diane said, thanks for a lovely fun craft night. I feel like I'm crafting with my friends whenever I'm live here. I really do enjoy it. So thanks so much for watching. And here's what we made today. We did our proud Air Force family, and we've got a US flag here just subtly in the background. That's the Old Glory flag that's on the stencil set in the premium set. And then we did this Home of a Hero just using the basic set. So that's something that you could use if you just had the basic plan. All right, I've enjoyed today. I'll see you again next week, and I can't wait to show you next week some of our April stencils that I know that some of you have been ordering from the essentialstencil.com site. Use my code there, I restore stuff, and save 10%. So I'll see you next week, and we'll be doing some of those. Bye.